Rob and Slim Show.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Jarvis Black.
That would be me.
Man.
How you guys doing?
Good. How you doing, brother? Comedian, writer, radio host, and actor.
Yeah, something like that.
Where are you from, Jarvis?
I'm from Seattle.
Seattle. I thought so. Okay.
Yeah. Where are you guys at?
Jersey.
Oh, in Jersey. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What did you do first out of all those things?
What did I do first? Well, I started a comedy website about 12 years ago, like in 2005, called Dr. Heckle, just as like a blog, I guess. Everyone was blogging.
Yeah.
Figured I'd do that too. And just started posting like funny pictures and stuff like that, and then I started getting into stand-up about 7 years ago. I think I always wanted to do stand-up. It's like I've always admired people that were funny and could get on stage, had the balls to be able to do that. Just stand up on stage with nothing but your words and make people laugh. I always thought that was like a really cool thing, and but didn't muster up the strength until I was about 30. I think was the first time I got on stage.
Wow.
So I started doing that about 7 years ago.
Cool.
So yeah, it's been a little while now.
Yeah. And who have you performed with?
Oh my gosh. I performed with oh my gosh, Ted Alexandro. Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. I don't know if Travis Simmons. I performed with a ton of guys.
Yeah.
Nobody. I haven't opened for like Louis C.K. or something like that. If that's what you're asking for, but.
Doesn't matter, man. Doesn't matter. Who are some of your favorite comedians? Like who do you look up to?
I always like guys that were kind of like non sequitur. Everybody's a fan of Mitch Hedberg, but I always loved Mitch Hedberg. Stephen Wright was the guy that I grew up just admiring, because there's no pantomiming. There's no he's not doing a bunch of crazy stuff on stage. He's just standing up there in a monotone delivering jokes, and it's hilarious. It's just like the ability to write stuff like that. I just think that's kind of what I put up on the pedestal. But then on the other hand, guys like Andy Kaufman that were just people thought were borderline crazy. I find that stuff fascinating too.
Yeah, dude.
So
I agree on that.
Those are probably like my top three favorite.
Cool. What and I saw too your drheckle.com. You've been featured on like Tosh.0 and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. I guess they like my stuff. It's been a little while, but yeah, and
cool.
all those sites like BuzzFeed and the Chive and the Tosh.0 blog. I had a couple of years ago. I had a stand-up shot, on Reddit that went viral, and a lot of my stuff started getting featured after that.
That's what I'm hoping. I haven't hit. How do you get a viral? Like, how do you go viral? Like, I'm not.
Give us your secrets.
Yeah, tell us.
Yes. Let's see. Eye of Newt and. Yeah, no, I don't think there is a secret recipe for going viral, is there? It's just kind of...
Viral, it's like an accident,
Slim, landed one, because he, puts our YouTube videos up first, and he just named one Bare Bottom Spanking, and it had 100 views in less than 24 hours, so I'm like, it's staying named that. It's not changing.
And I'm lazy. I have the laziest... I'll just copy and paste shit that Rob posted somewhere else and put that as a title, and I was like, well, Bare Bottom Spanking, boom.
Yeah.
Sometimes just, first names, like Joe. This is...
Yeah. I swear to God, we had one called Crash that had a bunch of views.
People are searching for like car crashes and shit, and they're like, "Oh, what's this?"
They want to see a pile up.
Just us. It's a pile up just of us, though.
The secret to viral videos: don't try.
Oh man, Jarvis, your show is it called Heckle Radio?
Yeah, Heckle Radio.
And who do you do that with? Christina McMillan. How did you meet her?
She's a stand-up comedian. We met at a comedy competition about 5 years ago, and we hit it off. And about 9 months later, we were married.
Oh wow! Wow.
Yeah.
Is that good?
So yeah, we do the show together.
Cool. Yeah, I was checking out earlier. I couldn't stop listening. It was a really good show, man.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun doing it. You know, we talk about sex and relationships and stuff. And we're not experts. We're just comedians. So we like to have fun and make fun of stupid articles that write about sex and stuff like that. And yeah, it's kind of a blast. And we're married too. So it's like a lot of people are like, oh, is that how you guys really talk? And it's like how we interact with each other on the show. And that's exactly how we interact. It's pretty real. Sometimes it gets a little, we're as like any married couple. But I think the show helps us too. It's like we'll have like an argument that morning or something like that, and then we have to make up because we've got to do the show together. So I think it helps. It helps our marriage.
Yeah, it's like therapy.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, we used to do a little segment on the show called Couples Therapy, and where we like air our grievances on the show. We haven't done that in a little while. I think one of the last times that we did it, there was a little bit of argument afterwards. So I thought maybe that would be a good idea.
I can't believe they
people
sided
found
with
it pretty
you.
entertaining.
Yeah. I heard you guys talk about how cleaning up child puke and shit is rough, and I just thought about one of my sons. One of my sons just threw up like the entire couch once, like all the cushions, everything. It was disgusting.
It was just like, I don't want to pile up the puke in this one spot, so I'm going to throw up in this spot and then move my head and throw up over here.
It's like a projectile, like fucking like a sprinkler. Like a projectile sprinkler. Or I was thinking, too, like, they used to be such a mess. I would just throw them in a tub because the shit would get everywhere. Fucking shit would get everywhere.
That's the best place for a kid. You just keep them in the tub, like, just all the time.
Lock the bathroom door.
You don't have to clean anything up.
You're in the
just
tub.
wash it down the drain.
Oh, children are disgusting. I remember one time we were in like Applebee's or something, and he started throwing up, so I just threw the bread basket under him to catch the throw up, but it was already all over the carpet. It was everywhere.
Oh, man.
Check, please. Oh, shit. Oh, God. You have a dreamy voice, Jarvis.
Thank you. Or is that are you making a patch at me?
I don't know.
He's up, but I'm going.
And your head of hair is delightful.
Let me just seduce it. Jarvis, what is your favorite color?
Don't answer him, Jarvis.
Slim asks the hard-hitting questions. He gets real down to it.
Are you turned on like you want to sleep with me after that question, right, Jarvis?
Oh, shit. I can't follow that.
It's a good thing I'm wearing loose clothing right now.
I heard you say on your show, too, you don't wear underwear. Is that true?
That is true.
Does that get
really like all the time? You just freeball it?
Does that get gnarly in the summer?
No, I don't. I like it. I don't know what it is. I just feel I just feel free.
No, wouldn't it be?
It's like
it's
that episode of Seinfeld where Kramer's like, I'm out there and I'm loving every minute of it.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like that.
it's better in the summer because it's not an extra layer of clothing.
I don't know though.
Kramer was
Even sleeping, I can't have skin touching. I can't have my legs touching. Like everything's got to be separated by cloth.
Isn't that what blankets are and shit? Like
Pillows. I can't have my knees touch when I sleep. I have to have a pillow between that.
Wait,
shit.
even with like a girl, like you don't fall asleep naked.
You don't
like,
even no. You don't fall
Really?
asleep naked, and you don't even cuddle. You
no,
What?
Rob
Too
does
hot.
the old school twin beds in the same.
No, I just face the other way. You can rub my butt with your butt if you want.
you fuck her and then push her
Or
off the
you
bed.
can rub my
No,
back.
get in your bed now.
Yeah, nah, we ain't touching. We ain't touching while we sleep.
I fall.
We ain't making eye contact. We ain't touching.
Wow, man. I don't know.
Separate
I fell
bedrooms,
asleep
huh?
naked with girls and by myself and with Slambo on several occasions.
He sneaks in my room. I can't.
And he's already
stop
naked,
him.
so I mean.
Well, you know, it just gets hot in there.
Slambo's hair separates all his tiddly
Yeah, at
bits.
least the hair just keeps a barrier between me and Slim, so it's.
Jarvis, so like
Not
you
as
don't? Do you own any underwear?
Yeah, are you asking me if I own underwear?
Yeah.
Do you own underwear?
Again,
yeah.
the hard-hitting
No,
questions.
actually, I do. I wear underwear when I work out.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
that. I can't have stuff like shaking around. You know, it's kind of like I guess that's why women wear like sports bras or whatever when they're working out.
Yeah.
So I have things.
No,
Yeah,
I
I think
actually
tight, not,
read an article that says that is actually the most time where it's the healthiest to not wear underwear.
Really?
Yeah, because it's not keeping all the sweat and stuff close to your fucking junk and whatnots.
I was gonna say the only
And you
time,
whatnots.
The only time I don't wear underwear is when I'm working out, and I got a pair of like gym shorts that have like built-in like protection.
No, but that's probably
inner
why,
webbing.
is because it's healthier to not, just because of bacterial purposes and stuff like that. Fun
Don't
fact.
condone what he's doing. He's disgusting working out naked.
Blumpkin.
I do P90X yoga in the living room, butt naked.
In a G-string.
That's what I got to put up with.
Very sexy visuals from that.
I hope.
That's the new Slim sex phone commercial.
He does a lot of
I'll
lunges.
have to try that.
Yeah. Jarvis, what upcoming projects do you have?
There's a couple of things going on I can't talk about right now. But we'll be able to talk about it very soon.
Cool.
I know it's kind of a cop out, but
No.
I can't talk about it yet. But the main thing we're focused on right now is the podcast. We've been doing it for a few years, but we just added the live stream element. We got multiple cameras set up and trying to do that whole thing, and you know, we've grown it like on SoundCloud and stuff like that. But we're trying to add the video element. I think that just adds so much more. I don't know. It's so much cooler to be able to see people talking about stuff. I think you guys do some video too, don't you?
Yeah,
For
we
your
do.
live stream.
We do live. We upload to YouTube. We do it all.
Oh, nice. Yeah. We're trying to get that element added in, and we've
is
done
cool.
the last few episodes with video, and it's a lot of fun. It's a little bit different than recording a podcast where you can kind of go back later and edit stuff out. If you've already streamed it live, it's whatever you said, it's out there.
That's why I do a little bit of editing here and there, but for the most part, I just cut out our breaks.
Yeah.
Only when we do like skits, I'll actually listen to them and edit them. But for the most part, I'm like, well, if we fucked up live, it's just that's what people are gonna hear. That's.
Too bad. We fucked up. Too bad.
And
Listen to it.
don't put anyone in a rocking chair. That can be annoying to watch somebody rock really hard in a rocking chair. Or I used to bounce my knee. I used to bounce my knee hard
wow, I
sometimes.
didn't
And that
notice
used to
that.
bug the shit out of me. And I just stop it.
Oh, I'm doing it right now, but I don't think you can notice.
Nah, you're covered up.
I'm covered.
Yes.
And definitely make sure your armpits don't have holes in the shirt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, clothing is good when you got video, definitely.
No underwear,
Although we did an
everything
episode, the episode before last, my wife wasn't wearing pants, but of course you couldn't see it on camera, but she had to bring it up on the show.
Oh man. What oh shit. What are you most proud of? What show has been your favorite so far?
What show? The podcast?
Yeah, the podcast.
Or
Just in general.
oh yeah. Just in
Favorite
general.
TV show?
Well,
TV show, podcast.
Yeah. Reality show. Bachelor.
I don't know the most proud of, but we definitely had a lot of fun doing the TV show Sex Box. We were on the show on WeTV, the We Network, a couple of years ago called Sex Box, where they have a panel of therapists, and you go on the show with your spouse, and you talk about whatever sexual issues that you have, and then you have sex in the box on television. I mean, obviously they don't show you having sex, but then you go in the box, you have sex, and then you come out and you talk about it. That whole experience was a lot of fun. We ended up being on 2 episodes, and our issue, like a lot of the couples, they had issues where like they weren't having enough sex. Our issue was we were having too much sex. We were having sex all the time, and so that was kind of like we went on to talk about whether or not that's healthy. And so what they did is we went on the first episode, and they told us that we needed to wait for a week without. We had to have no sex and
not even
try
jerking.
to communicate. No, nothing. We're supposed to just communicate without having sex, and then come back on the show. And then we went back on after a week without having sex, and then we got to go in the box.
I was gonna ask you if like you ended up going in the box, and then you came out and you were like, we had a really good conversation in there. We really got to know each other.
No, I can only talk with my genitals.
I never even knew her middle name.
We played patty cake. It was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I saw that. Like I saw like a trailer or something for that. That's amazing. Yeah. Yep.
Well, there was a lot of publicity about it, and they ended up. We were on the last 2 episodes of it before they stopped airing it. I guess they just didn't get high enough ratings and whatnot, but they were trying to. This got a lot of negative publicity, and I think they tried to get too serious with it, and then. But I guess people just weren't interested. And I don't know. It was. It definitely caused a lot of controversy. But if you ever watch the show, it's not really controversial at all. I mean, I think there's a lot of crazier, a lot of stuff that's crazier on TV, and I would say more risque or whatever than that show was. But there's some really good people on the show. The therapists were really nice, and but my shining memory is.
Jarvis.
What?
Jarvis,
What
are
a
you there?
cliffhanger.
Oh no, did we get cut off?
You can't do that.
Oh, he was just like mute. Fuck these guys.
Jarvis. Oh, he's still rolling.
My most shining memory
Do I still
is
have internet?
nothing.
Is the internet out?
No, it's still got internet.
Jarvis,
we can't hear you anymore.
if you can hear
Come
us,
back
call
to
us back,
us.
brother.
Jarvis, I'm hanging up.
Call us
Back
back.
to us.
Come back. I have no clue what happened there.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
now we'll
freaking-
never fucking know. That's
No, well, no.
Miserably
Oh,
humid
well,
in
no.
here, man.
Well, I have just decided that we're gonna do a sex box on the show. Like, we'll tell people we're like therapists, and then like
I
we'll
sound
just
like
start-
one a lot of the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
So, I
You
mean,
just start questioning them after they have sex. So how was it?
be like, you bring enough maple syrup samples for everyone. That's my advice. It'll fix all your problems.
That's really the advice you give to. You just try to work my
Everybody.
maple syrup into everything.
I'm sponsored. Just not by a brand, just
This
by
is
maple syrup
Drizzleworth.
in
Maple
general.
syrup.
Just the entire syrup industry.
The Drizz
the
has all the
syrup.
condiments.
All the syrup.
All the syrup. Syrup. However you want to say it.
Should I try calling him back, or let's see?
He might.
Do you think he's still talking?
I don't
Imagine
know.
he's like going on this wonderful story about his favorite memory.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna call him.
Yeah, good idea.
We gotta know. We gotta know the end of the story.
Jarvis.
Hey.
Oh, we lost you, man.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's all right.
That's all right, dude. We had just gotten to what you
Your
said was
favorite
your
memory.
favorite memory.
My favorite memory. Oh, with the what was it? Was I still talking about sex box? I don't know.
Yeah,
might
I
have
think
been
we were
going-
just ending that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He just hung up because he didn't remember. He was
Yeah,
like,
he's like,
"Oh,
"Oh,
my
shit."
favorite memory."
Let the suspense build. They like me better that way. Always leave them wanting more, Jarvis.
Yes.
Favorite memory, huh? I was doing some shows down in Sacramento, some comedy shows, and doing a weekend of shows, 3 nights, and right before, right outside the club on the first night, I tripped on the sidewalk, and I just did a face plant, and like skinned up by like my face and my nose, and did a weekend of shows with my nose like completely messed up, and it was probably, I know it sounds weird to say this is one of my favorite memories, but it was probably one of the worst experiences I had. But it was one of those moments where like I felt like an absolute troll, but I still got up on stage and made people laugh, or at least tried. It ended up being some pretty brutal shows. But that was, I don't know why that stands out. It was like, I don't know, overcoming adversity or something, I guess. That memory always stands out with like doing stand-up.
Yeah, man. That's cool. What do you have planned for the next show, for your next podcast?
I don't think we have a topic planned out yet.
Do you ever go in with that one planned?
We did one time. We usually, we'll either like the day of, kind of bounce ideas back and forth of what we want to talk about, or the day before. But we actually, so Christina was down in LA for a project, and we didn't do a podcast for, I think it was about 3 weeks or a month. And so when she came back, we're like, oh, we haven't done a podcast in a while. Let's just do a drunk episode. Like it's, nighttime. We'll just get wasted and just bullshit back and forth. That was a disaster. We ended up not. We did a live stream, but then deleted it immediately afterwards. And didn't post the episode. It didn't go well. I got drunk. I started rambling about politics and stupid stuff, and it just didn't come out well. That was the one time we didn't plan anything for the episode, and it did not go well. So we've learned from that we need to make sure we have a topic beforehand.
Yeah. Oh man, Jarvis, we gotta wrap this up, dude. But thank you so much for talking to us.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Where can everybody find you guys?
Check out HeckleRadio.com. We post on drheckle.com as well, but that's kind of more of our comedy website. But Heckle Radio is where our podcast is, and we post our the videos and audio on that site. So check us out there.
Awesome, man. Later, brother.
All right, thanks, guys.
No
Have a good
problem.
one, Jarvis.
Later.